Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppers. Today, checking out some more beer from Wittorfer Brauerei in Neumünster in Germany. I guess you can kind of call this a brewery showcase or a hoppy beer showcase because I thought I'd get all the hoppy beers they do out in one video, get them done, because you always want to drink your hops fresh. So the guys from Wittorfer was kind enough to send me a care package with a ton of different beers to check out, and we already did their Helles Lager, which was phenomenal. That was a fantastic Helles. And their Munich Dunkel. So now we're checking out a series of hoppy beers. And the first one we're going to be checking out is a pale ale. And this is their Trick 17. This is an American pale ale on 5.4% using water malted barley hops, yeast. And it was canned on the 13th of February. So it's a little more than a month old, but still quite fresh. It says, yeah, it doesn't say what hops, but it says like it's an easy drinking pale ale. So let's check it out here. The only one that isn't a hazy beer, a clear pale ale. So yeah, nice golden yellow color on this one. It looks like what you'd expect from a pale ale, white head. Let's check out the aroma. Ooh, quite dank, very fruity. This brewery is really taking me by surprise because I think the artwork is kind of like simple and it's not usually something where I think, wow, this looks like great eye-catching, but the beers have really stood up so far. This smells quite nice. Lemony, citric, grapefruit, lots of sweet orange, sweet citrus. It smells, yeah, almost like Midwest style IPA, I'd say. Like it's not smelling as like a bitter West Coaster, but it has like the fruitiness. Think like your Two Hearted Ale and stuff like that from Bell's. Smells nice. Let's try it. Cheers, and thanks to Wittorfer for the beers. Very simple pale ale. I think I like the aroma a little bit more than the flavor. Super easygoing stuff though. Again, sweet citrus dominates. Okay, I got more fruit flavor on the seconds up there. Sweet citrus dominates. Grapefruit, pithy notes, like pithy grapefruit, a little bit of pine. It does have a little bit of bitterness, which is nice. It's kind of like a brighter West Coast, Midwest kind of IPA hybrid. Super clean, quite crisp, really refreshing. It's a very nice pale ale. Nothing mind-blowing, but it's nice. Moving on to their session IPA called Treibsand, which I think means quicksand. And they call it a hazy, juicy little IPA instead of session IPA. And this is 5.7%, so actually quite strong for a session IPA. And it was canned on... Okay, so this is not that fresh at all, unfortunately. It was canned in December, so it'll be interesting to see how this holds up. Say like it's got like a lot of mosaic in here and citra. So that's about all I can find on hops. Same, they also have malted oats and malted wheat in this, but yeah, same malt backbone. Almost the same malt backbone, but here we get the hops. So this is then from December, it's like 3 months old now. Still looks nice though. Lightly hazy, not like these crazy turkey gravy hazy IPAs. But yeah, light amounts of haze. White head, let's check out the aroma. Yeah, okay, I definitely prefer the aroma on the pale ale. This has this like very waxy, green, like grassy kind of hop thing. Kind of like, almost like like plant matter. Almost like slightly vegetal, which you sometimes get with hops if you use a lot. And there's like a slightly grainy thing. Underneath that, there's definitely like some sweet citrus nuances. But it's interestingly enough, it's very mild. But it's older, like especially compared to the pale ale. But let's try it, guys. Cheers. Yeah, that's definitely older. Sweeter than I expected for 5.7. It has a good amount of sweetness. It has like this candy. It's a weird waxy candy hop kind of. I think it's a mix of esters and hops. It's also in grain. It's an interesting flavor. It's like candy-like plant matter and grainy malt. I'm actually not that fond of this one, unfortunately. Yeah, it's like slightly vegetal. That can be DMS, but it can also actually come from the hops. But okay, yeah. Let's move on. Let's move on to this one, which is Daddeldu Hazy IPA, so New England. This is 6.5%. This is a whole lot fresher. This was canned in what's it called? February, so a little more than a month old. This one as well. And this, they do not state the hops, but it's the same malt backbone is the same as the little one. But this one is a tad darker. This is much more orange in color. Now, this could be because the beer is purposely made to be orange, but on camera it looks more brownish, and I was immediately thinking, oh no, please don't be oxidized when I saw this, especially because all the other beers are so light in color. But maybe it is just a different malt bill on this one. But yeah, let's check out the aroma on Daddeldu. It's interesting. I feel like they go like milder the further we get. Like this was the most expressive compared to this, unfortunately.
Grapefruit, sweet citrus, some orangey tangerine notes. They say like creamy malt body and tropical flavors.
I don't think it's super tropical, but there's a little bit of maybe a pineapple or a mango. It's quite subdued. Well, let's try it. Cheers. Yeah, it doesn't taste oxidized per se. It's just like very pungent. It's definitely better, for sure, than the Session IPA in my mind, because it doesn't have that slightly vegetal thing. It's a bit more fresh. Sweet citrus, orangey tangerine notes, a little bit of sweet tropical fruit. Again, it's like not crazy mind blowing, but it's decent IPA. It's a nice IPA. But I still think the pale ale is my favorite. I didn't expect that. But yeah, it's kind of like what you expect when you hear a New England style IPA, pretty much. You know, nothing crazy, but a well-made one. Personally, I could have used a bit more expressive hop character on it, but luckily the malt isn't too forward, even though it's a little bit darker in color. But yeah, that was Daddeldu, and now the final one. Wow, we've done this quickly compared to the reviews Brett and I have done, where we just did one beer for like 15 minutes in our last year. But this is their how does it? Kladderadatsch. I can't pronounce that. But this is a double dry hop hazy double IPA. So we got like double New England IPA. This sounds like it's gonna be nice. So it says Sophie for a second there. I read that as Soviet. Same malt backbone as the others, just no wheat in this one. And it doesn't say hops either, but it's just like it's really heavily hopped. And yeah, it's hazy. A little bit hazy. It says Wenig hazy, so not, I guess, a little bit hazy. I think this is full on haze though. I mean, look at that. That is turbid turkey gravy. That looks like what you expect from a lot of New England IPAs nowadays. I mean, this is also hazy, and so is this one. But this is like crazy. This is turkey gravy. But this is also, I think, the freshest of the cans. Yeah. No, it's the same date as the others. These two. These two. So it's also about a month. Probably from the same canning run or something like that. But yeah, nice hazy orange. Let's check out the aroma. Yeah, definitely the most expressive of all of them. Like this is really, like it's really dank and also like really sweet citrus, grapefruity kind of vibes. But it has like this singy dankness and like bright pineapple. Maybe a bit of passion fruit too. Now this is definitely so far smelling like the best one for me. This one's really nice. Let's try it. Cheers. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. That is a great New England IPA. Really juicy, hoppy, velvety, not crazy creamy, but quite good mouthfeel. That's really nice. That's really nice. Really grapefruity, sweet citrusy, orange, mandarin orange, kind of tangerine notes. The brightness and dankness is not as much as on the aroma. There's a little bit, but it's not like crazy dank and bright, but there's a little bit. And a little bit of the tart tropical fruit, but interesting, the flavor for me is like more like sweet mango and papaya and these kind of nuances. So favorite. It's coming down to either the double IPA or the pale ale. I mean, in terms of drinkability, the pale ale, of course, is much more drinkable. But in terms of flavor, it's definitely the New England double IPA over here that's got the most flavor. But they're also very hard to compare. I mean, it's two quite different styles. One is more strong, one is more light. But in terms of flavor and rating on, you know, taste or level of enjoyment, I guess this is something I enjoy the most right now. So the winner is definitely going to be Kladderadatsch. That's actually really good. It reminds me kind of like your other, if we talk German, I guess like Fürstjacek or what are the other ones that's quite famous? Frau Huber. It reminds me of stuff in that ballpark. I mean, it's really good. Very hoppy. That's very nice. So yeah. Ratings, I think, like, again, it's not like blowing my mind, but I think it's a really nice. It's like 4.25 on Untappd for me. This is like a 93, 92, something like that. Very nice. I'll go straight 90 on the Pale Ale, the Trick 17. I think that's a great kind of like chuggable, kind of West Coasty Pale Ale. And the other two, I definitely prefer of the two, the Daddeldu, and then come like my least favorite, still okay beer, decent beer, is Treibsand. So, Treibsand, because of that slight vegetal kind of hop matter thing, I'm going to go an 80. I think I could enjoy it and drink it if I was served it, but it's not probably something I'd try again. I'd much rather have these two, or their Helles. Actually, because I've become such a lagerhead, even though I didn't grade it the highest, I didn't grade it. I graded it a 90. I might actually pick that over the New England IPAs just because I've had so many of them. You know, once in a while you get to a point where it's like it's too much of a good thing, and then you go back to something else. And right now, for me, one of those things is lagers. And the Daddeldu, I think it's a 3 on it. This one's like 3.25 or 3. This is like 3.5 on Untappd, so like an 85 for me. Not bad beers at all, but these two are really good. So, yeah, guys, if you've had any of the beers from Wittorfer Brauerei in Neumünster in Germany, let me know what you thought of them, or any of the beers, but any of these hoppy beers that we're checking out today, let me know what you thought. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I want to say cheers and some delicious hazy double IPA. And see you guys in another beer review.